barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones, you better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat? America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're gonna make it deliciousable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you.
On this episode of Highly Trained Veterinarians.
And I was like climbing the tree. And I was like, ooh, what's that? Yeah. And I was like, okay. So I kept climbing the tree.
I'm going to do
my favorite tree. Yeah. It's a great tree.
I think we got the art. Good morning and welcome, everyone.
Hey.
That's nice.
Welcome to the next installment of Highly Trained Veterinarians. This is Big John Rose. We've got
John.
Thick Mick Runslow.
And me, the Filster.
What more could we ask for, guys? First off, we would like to thank some contributors. We have Dwayne Jewell, a.k.a. J-Diddy.
Who joined us last week, by the way. Thank you, Jules. Who was
Yeah,
great.
soft
Yeah, it was
hands.
good meeting you, man. It was fun.
I don't know if that nickname is wearing well at this point.
J-Diddy.
DJ Jazzy Jewell.
J-Diddy.
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 Yeah.
He's got soft hands.
He does.
He does. He's gentle touch for a large man.
Yeah. We also have Charles Spencer, driver of a big brown turd. Natasha Campbell, a.k.a. Giggle Gloves. Susan Campbell, big red baboon butt. And Jacob Sizemore, major diabetes. Not Wilford Brimley.
And what a not Wilford Brimley he is.
He's a very sweet boy.
That young man put a very heartfelt post out there to share the book that's out.
I thought he was asking me not to talk about penis anymore.
No, I think we all know that's a hard ask.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
It's not that I like him.
Right.
I mean, they are funny, you know.
Oh, they're hilarious.
It's fun to play with.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you been?
Like, I mean, you know, I can tell you at least one that's fun to play with. But anyway.
Where's it at? Oh.
Well, that's the first beep, first edit I'm about to make.
Hey, I do have a quick story about a used penis. If you guys, I mean, we just might as well go ahead and get it out of the way.
Go on,
A used one.
I'm sorry, folks. They just climb me around everywhere I go.
Let's just go all in on this.
So I was amongst several officers one night in the PJs on foot patrol, and back in the 2010s, you know, you had to go walk the mean streets of Hazard. And
Did you say PJ?
the PJs projects.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought y'all was like in pajamas.
No, I wish. It might as well have been. The uniform really doesn't mean much. But we're walking down the street, and you've got, you know, apartment complexes on one side, apartment complex adjacent. We're just walking down the center of the street. I happened upon a dildo.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, to this day, I can tell you almost about the length and the orange. It was like orange semi-translucentness.
And the taste and all.
No, not the taste or the smell.
All 5 sentences.
But I saw it, and you know how like it took me back to being a little boy. No,
Go on.
but you know, you just become a child when you see something like that, and it's laying there on the street all by itself, and so I did what I think any normal person would.
I
in that
stuck it in my
situation.
butt.
No, I gave it a kick, and I mean, like, I brought the foot back from like Southeast Asia, kicked it, you know.
Oh,
And,
hurrah.
yeah,
Punted it.
they're probably the best kick that I've ever given an object ever in my life. And so this thing, whoever made it, the engineering
China.
is remarkable. But it hits a car and bounces off the car and then hits my supervisor in the leg. And we'll call him Kelly. Okay, we'll call him Kelly.
Oh, Dick Lick McGee.
And he goes, and I quote, "Ow, boss!" and turns around, and we just start rolling laughing. Well, some hybrid comes out of one of these apartments and looks over at it and goes, "Oh boy, somebody's give that thing hell."
Wore it down like a nub.
I guess
The corners were worn down on it.
It's just a head rounded off.
Yeah. That's just one of the things, though. Like, you know, and working, I guess, in a small town on just one shift, something random like that happens, and next thing you know, your supervisor is upset with you because you've hit him with a dildo.
You assaulted him with a dildo.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you,
And things happen.
it happens.
You know.
Yeah,
speaking of dildos, was your story over?
yeah.
I got a call late last night from your brother. And you could just imagine like the shape he was in.
Yeah.
He usually gets very drunk and calls in like middle of the night and wakes you up. He come up with a good idea, and I told him I would ask you about it today. How do you feel about going on a 5-day fast starting tomorrow? I told him I would do it. I said, okay, I'll do it. He come up with a big bright idea of wanting to go on a fast.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll do it. I said, if you want to do it, if you want to go on a 5-day fast, I'll go on a 5-day fast with you. And he's wanting you to do it with us.
I'm in. Yeah, I'll do it.
From starting tomorrow, ended on Friday.
Not eating couldn't hurt me. God,
Yeah.
my
Like, you don't eat nothing?
Nothing. No, we won't have nothing.
What about, like, can you drink water?
Water and black coffee. So can you do it?
Yeah, I can. Well, no beer.
No beer. No. Black coffee and
vacation.
water.
Hey, it is sober October, John.
Yeah, not for me. It's vacation this week. But yeah, shit on it. I'm in.
So how do you feel about going on a 5-day fast with your brother and me?
I mean, I'm in, man.
It was his big brown idea. I
really-
just said I'd go with it.
I mean, I don't want to hold anybody back, so yeah, I'll do it.
I'm going to take away from nobody.
I succumb really easy to peer pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw it. It was like equations and shit going through your head when he was saying
Well,
that.
here's the thing. Next week we can come back and discuss on the air if
I seen Jesus.
if we
It's like a
actually made it.
DMT trip. You went on a 5-day fast. It's like a DMT trip.
We can all come
all
back
God.
here next weekend on the show and announce whether or not we made it or not.
I mean, if we said I would do it, I'll do it. I mean,
He said he'd do it, but he was drunk. I told him I said,
dude, he just recently done a 3-day one. I mean,
that's what he told me. I did one not long ago, so I mean, I'm hell with it. I'm down.
I'm
I'll
going to
do
stay
it.
in the slow lane.
And I told him,
Not going fast.
I also told him, I said I would throw it out to you, but I'd also throw it out to the rest of the room here.
No, no,
I don't know if I...
no. Thank you though.
Neil Bog.
Yeah. That's where y'all going to go. Y'all going to Neil Bog this week. No food.
So we down?
yeah, man, I'm in.
You heard that, Brother Chris. We're doing it. I told him we might call him and just.
Chris is going to call you back and be like, man, what the hell are you talking about?
I was drunk. What do you?
guarantee you don't make it. Does he make? Well, does he make
Oh,
it?
yeah, he
does.
does.
He remember this conversation?
Yeah, I talked to him.
He didn't seem too drunk. I mean,
No, he wasn't bad last night.
he was buzzed, but he wasn't
I
like.
think that's the first time he's drinking in about a month.
That's what we said.
Yeah, he'd been taking a little break from it.
I told him we'd call him. That we might call him, but I don't know.
No, I don't want to call
I don't think we should.
him. Shit on him. No,
John's like, I seen too much.
no, he's actually working right now. I talked
Yeah.
to him on the way over here.
Well, he told me to call him. I will save it for some other time. I'll call him later off air and
Yeah.
we'll discuss it. But next week we'll come back and we'll see who all made it or not. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
So you boys aren't in.
No, I'm out.
Yeah. If something changes, I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
I also have another proposition,
Uh-oh.
What we got?
and I don't know how you boys would feel about this. Jewell's kind of brought it up on the last show. How would you guys feel like going on a ghost adventure?
Yes.
I'm down.
Yep. I'm there for that.
You say you're out?
Oh, I'm down. Yeah.
Man, I'm a big puss. I don't want to.
Listen, hey,
You'll go without food
Rose,
for 5 days, but you're scared of ghosts.
But y'all do the fast, and we'll do the ghost.
look at me,
It feels a
Rose.
bit like
yeah.
Shaggy and Scooby.
I'm not.
Come on, Scoob. John Rose.
Real realster.
Only
There's arenas.
there's a real door in the floor.
Come on, Rose.
Oh, yeah. Where would we go? Phil?
I'm not going. I'm proposing it to these fellas because I ain't going.
I'm down.
Don't be a
I'll
puss,
go.
Phil. If I go, you go.
You can get on my back like
See,
last
that's the
time.
difference between me and you. I don't do peer pressure.
Yeah, you do.
I tell you, I'll go kiss my ass.
I'll piggyback you like we did
I ain't
last
go-
time.
Last time I went ghost hunting, it was with John. I got stuck in a tunnel. So
I mean, no, well, that you know, you're the leader of this group, Phil. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the leader. I would say Thick McCruncels are fearless leader.
So, that's a fall
Listen.
guy. That's a weird way to pronounce leader.
I was talking about
fall
leader
guy.
of the pussies. I don't. But no, if I'm not going, if you don't, I mean, I'll just put that on you.
Well, we've got. I'm sure Jules will go. Jules can take my spot. Jules is going to take my mic.
I'm down.
And I'm sure Jules, if you're listening to this, it's up to you if you want to go or not. I'm sure he'd want to go.
Yeah.
It was kind of his ideal. So
Yeah.
the three of you all want to go ghost hunting.
Yeah.
I'll go. Hell yeah.
The five of us will go. You're going, Phil. It's not an option.
Yeah, you're going. We got to pack you.
Debate. I don't know.
You're going to be weak after that fast, so you ain't going to be hard to get in the car.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spiders. Everywhere, spiders.
Spiders.
I need pizza.
Stop it. Something's touching me. John Rose. Stop it.
Something I wanted to ask you about, and it's been eating on me for at least the last 5 minutes.
It's herpes.
No, that's something else. Your dream.
Oh, yeah, the dream.
I'm very, very interested in this dream.
Is this like a Martin Luther King dream? Or?
No, we go from no, not really. We go from ghost hunting trips and fasting to a weird dream I had. I was
I
telling
can't
John
get anything out of my head, out of my mouth, without thinking about how did that dream end.
There wasn't much to it. It was weird. It was like 4th of July, and John was coming up to watch fireworks. We had a box of fireworks we were going to set off.
Right.
And there was this crackhead come out of nowhere and start harassing everybody. He had a gun. And we got the gun away from the bastard. And I don't know what happened. He jumped in the bushes and was roaming around the bushes. We were trying to figure out a way to stop this guy. And I come running across the street into my house. And I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm going through my closet looking for something. Maybe a bat or another gun. I don't know. Weird. Weird dream. Anyway, John comes through the door, and he's got a razor blade in his hand and blood all over him. And I'm like, what the hell? Did you kill the guy? Did you kill him? He killed a bunch of cats. I went outside and there was like cats limping and crawling around the ground like he'd hobbled some. And I'm like, what did you do?
Not again.
You killed all these cats.
Cat genocide.
And I'm looking at he's got blood all over his face. He looks psychotic. I was like, well, some of those cats were mine. You know. They weren't all strays, but
Buffy,
I'm gonna have to take some of these son of a bitches to the vet because they're still alive. I can't afford that.
Is that how it ended?
I'll never financially survive from
It
this.
kind of did. No, it didn't. I mean,
recover.
the dream. You know how dreams are. You'll be in one place one minute, and the next it jumps to somewhere else, and it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
Adulthood is evidently where it jumped to.
But-
It's a responsibility. How am I going to pay the vet bill on this?
It was crazy, and like he had like cat flesh, like he was like getting off his arm and stuff.
I was wearing a cat face
And I,
over my face.
I remember thinking, John's not right. I don't know if I can have this little prick up here anymore.
That's where I knew it was leading somewhere. I knew it was leading
He's
somewhere.
like killing these cats, you know. And I know,
Phil is subliminally trying to find reasons to kill me.
I know. I had this dream. My daughter brought another cat home the other day,
And you wanted John to kill it. I get it.
and I think I subliminally.
That's
Consider it.
that's definitely a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one.
Listen, we've already got 3 cats and 3 dogs, and I don't want any of them.
We'll take it ghost hunting with us. Then.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can take it, go something, and drop it off.
It'll be a ghost next time.
Yeah. So now we have, until I can find a home for this cat, we've got 4
I was
cats.
trying to meow and boo at the same time. It was going to come out moo. Feels like this cat's making fun of me.
So
Yeah, that's an interesting
weird
dream.
I texted Thick the other day, and I said, Thick, to celebrate our friendship, I've got you a present. And
That's a dead
I
cat.
sent him a picture of that cat.
No.
Yeah, the Thickster doesn't want any part of it.
No.
So,
I would like to. Have you seen a Maine Coon before?
yes, I have.
No.
They're
Man,
humongous.
they're
I'm assuming this is a cat.
yes.
I don't know if it's like a El Chupacabra or something.
It's a gentleman from Maine.
No, I've got the joke in my head. I can't say
No,
it.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I said enough.
It just makes a certain type of person with a lion.
Do you have one? Do you
No, I
have a
want
Maine
one,
Coon?
man. I really do.
Those are big ass cats, man.
They are.
Bob.
John's like slobbering him. He's like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna wear its skin.
I could make a fur coat out of it.
I want to wear its tail.
Good cutting on those cats.
Yeah. But my bulldog, he's getting older, so I'm.
Do you want a cat?
No, I want a Maine Coon.
You want a Maine Coon?
What up, Jack? I gotta quit.
What up, dog?
Bring it in. Listen, we've got 3 cats and 4 cats now, and like 30. I'm trying to move on from this because I got to edit this shit.
It's been a good episode. Join us next time.
If we're here.
This isn't the season ender. This is the series ender.
That brings me to my next topic. Have you seen the movie Am I Racist?
Perfect segue. Perfect.
I believe the answer is yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I want to watch that though. No joke.
Yeah, it's playing in London, man.
A lot of people ask me that question. Are you racist?
Well, most people,
don't know.
they don't ask you the question. I think they just make the allegation you are in fact racist.
They ask all my co-hosts.
Yeah. Is he racist? That's your movie.
Yeah,
What are those called? Double entendres?
Shows me on the front.
Double entendre.
Shows me on the front with my hands up like I don't know.
Oh yeah, so I want to see it. I've watched a lot of.
The clips are
snippets of-
hilarious, man.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
good.
I don't think Hillside Theater wants to answer me because I've asked them several times on their Facebook page.
Right.
Are you
If they-
racist?
No.
Are you racist? Are you racist?
I seriously, it's not like I'm trying to get them in trouble. I seriously want to watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
I keep
I'd like
asking
to
them,
watch it.
"Are you getting? Am I racist?" And they never respond to me.
Well, it's a 20-minute drive from my house. Let's go.
Well, I'm going to have to if I want to see it because apparently you can't even sell the 7 Seas and get it, can you?
No, it's you can't find it online.
that'd be pirating.
That would be pirated. That'd be illegal. Illegal.
Black market.
Yeah.
There's a movie critic I like to watch, Jeffrey Johns on YouTube. He's not a political, critic. He doesn't do the far left thing. He doesn't do the far right thing. He's kind of a middle of the road guy. Never even mentions politics, but he reviewed Am I Racist? And he thought it was funny. He enjoyed it. He said it was an enjoyable movie. And
Did he get slammed for that?
they descended upon his channel, threatening him and
Yeah.
threatening to unsubscribe. Of course, I think it helped him.
Yeah.
I think he gained subscribers. I'm not for sure, but it didn't hurt him a bit. They pissed him off
Right.
because of all the harassment and stuff he had to deal with there for about 2 weeks. But I think now that he's on the other side of it, he was like one of the only ones that had the balls to review the movie.
Yeah, that was I was noticing that there were a lot of people kind of speaking up that no one was reviewing it.
Yeah.
Everyone was afraid to. And then of course everyone that was interviewed had deleted their social media, their Twitter accounts, X accounts, whatever, because they were afraid that people in their circles would no longer trust them and think that they were out to outright show that all this stuff is a sham.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can hide the truth. And so what worries me about, number one, I don't know a lot about Matt Walsh.
I watch him sometimes. I'm not like a super fan.
Yeah.
I'm more of a conservative guy, as you all know, but I'm not like a super Matt Walsh fan. I liked his Am I a Woman documentary.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was good and well done. I'd like to see this.
The problem with, and I don't think this is like one of those gotcha documentaries, but
it's more. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's more like a Borat type thing.
yeah, it is. It's comedy, but and that's the thing about jokes is that the truth in the joke is typically what makes a joke funny.
Yeah.
And so, like he's got that going for him, but the problem with this type of thing of like uncovering or just at least showing the truth is that this is being a bunch of lies. I look at Michael Moore and where he started at in Flint, Michigan, with that form of a film, which was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably one of my favorites. But then where did that progress over time? It went from, this whole automotive industry thing to what, Bowling for Columbine, I think was the next one possibly.
What was that first
Or no,
documentary? Me and Mike?
No.
Mike and Me or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mac and Me? I remember.
No. A cinematic classic.
God, that's so good. Yeah, so like, but like you can see how people change once they become funded and can turn and go from one day trying to, even with comedy, trying to show the truth. But then, if you pay them enough money, that they'll go another direction. And this is his second film, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Topic is right on spot. When has there not been some form of a racial divide in human history?
It's getting wider.
It's getting wider because the media and people within the entertainment industry, I don't really know, most of the media and the politicians, they use racism as a weapon to weaponize it against people.
Well, they use love as a weapon too.
Yeah,
because
and emotions, any sort of emotional manipulation. That's
if love is love. Well, I mean, at what point are we going to stop reinventing and redefining the words
Love?
Yeah, because what did it used to mean?
John loves cats.
John loves cats.
I was thinking of cats.
Bluegill loves kids.
But should John? Well, I mean, not John. Should Bluegill legally be able to marry a child?
At what
point does it stop?
At one point, did it go from you love your family, you love your wife, you love your brother, to, well, that also applies that you need to love the things that you don't love, because that's what love is supposed to be. It's supposed to conquer all. Mm-hmm. Even if it's wrong, you're supposed to love it. You're supposed to love pedophilia, and you're supposed to love all the things that the world tries to sell us on a pretty much daily basis. So it's like, if you can change, that's the power of having money and having a platform, is that you can slowly change people's core values to the point that you change the person, and they go from one day being right to the next day being completely wrong.
And you can keep repeating something over and over and over until people, just like a flock of geese,
right,
or a herd of sheep,
they
all start going in the same direction.
Oh yeah.
And it's very noticeable in life. I've noticed it on Facebook recently. John had a situation.
I was just thinking about that.
And it was kind of my fault. I like to troll a little bit.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
And, I'm a live and let live type person. When it comes to, as long as it's legal and it's not hurting anybody,
Not with John and cats.
Not with John and cats. But, back on topic to what we're talking about, people, what people want to do is what people, I don't care. Don't affect me. As long as it doesn't affect me and my life and it's legal, I don't give a shit what people do. What is it?
Nothing. You were just giving the old.
Right
to Rose's face there.
I was sick howling at John Rose while I was saying that. But you're supposed to keep that secret, Mr. Thick McCrunslow.
Sorry.
That's just for us.
That situation you were talking about, I think I was thinking of something different. What I was thinking of was, I don't know if any of y'all kept up with the Caitlin Clark stuff, the girl basketball player in WNBA. Well, I made a comment on one of somebody's posts, and they've made this about racism, like everything else. They've made it.
It is racism, though.
But it's like it's not the racism they're talking about.
Yeah, you can't.
It's coming from the other side. They're saying it's coming from all these white fans are just horrible racist people because they like Caitlin Clark because she's white. There's no other reason. And then I got on there and commented something. This Cheryl Swoops, she was a good player back in the day, in the 90s. And she made a comment on an interview that said, she said, first off, I know people are going to say this because they're going to say I'm racist. And she said, black people can't be racist. And I said, my comment was, when she said black people can't be racist, she lost all credibility. Mm-hmm. I mean, cause, that's ridiculous. That's anybody can be racist. Anybody. Yeah. And with that comment, just that little comment, you should have seen the responses. A lot of them were in agreement, but then the ones that weren't had this theme of going to where you don't know what the definition of racism is today. Like you're looking at the old definition, and I'm like, it's the definition. It's not
skin color. If you don't like my skin color, you're racist. It's all about skin color.
If you don't agree, with what I'm saying, and I've noticed it doesn't even have to do with race. A lot of the time, they'll just be like, well, you like that, or you like that political person, or you like this law, or you think this should be in effect, you must be racist. It won't have anything to do with race.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark to me has nothing to do with race. She's just a badass basketball player.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't know anything about the WNBA right now if it weren't for Caitlin Clark.
No,
Caitlin Clark. I can't even say her name.
I really, to be honest with you, I was going to ask who is she and what is this about, and then you guys explained all this, and now I'm like, oh, okay, that makes total sense.
She broke like a ton of records.
She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA.
Yeah,
men's and women.
And she's white.
Men and
Lily
women.
White.
Yeah,
Like she broke the record for men's and women's scoring.
you know, Larry Bird was similar.
That's who they've compared her to.
Yeah.
Now I don't think she's on Larry Bird's level yet.
Right.
You know, she needs some time.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I'll say that. I'll say that she's probably more transcendent to the game than what Larry Bird was at
Yeah.
the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
just
definitely.
I mean, it's put women's basketball on the map.
Well, she's constantly being assaulted on the court.
Right.
She's constantly being elbowed or flagrant fouls.
And that's just basketball, though.
It is.
I mean, even she'll say that. It's just
You never
basketball.
played on Young Street, you know?
She
She got jabbed in the eye the other day. Like it's more than just that. It's on purpose.
I've watched a lot. I've actually watched a lot of the games.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in agreement.
I love watching basketball.
Well,
that is basketball, but there are some of them, like when that girl came up behind her and like hit her with her shoulder. And I mean, just snuck up behind her.
I don't think that's because she's wide. I think that was just because.
I think they're jealous of her because of all of the
She's getting a lot of
notoriety.
attention. I mean,
Yeah.
she is.
Okay.
But at the same time, she's a rookie. I mean, it's her first year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
they're not going to roll out the red carpet for, you got to pay your dues. I don't
Yeah.
care what you've done in college. I mean, that's men's, women's. I mean, you're starting from square one.
I've got a cup of hot coffee and I'm gonna throw it right in your face.
But I did. I watched a lot of their games.
I've watched a few. I haven't watched all of them.
I watched none. I've watched highlights.
I've watched a few just because I wanted to see her play for no other reason.
I've
than
watched
to
her
see
get
play.
elbowed and fingered denied and all that
And
stuff.
now there's
So
some
I
of
really
those
don't-
that I'm like, well, that I'm kind of like Rose. I'm kind of like, well, that's basketball. You gonna get hurt. But the only one that sticks out of my head is when she had her back turned to that girl right after that play,
That was
and,
Skylar Diggins that done that to
and
her.
she ran up behind her and literally like hit her with her shoulder, knocked her on the ground, and her team Reese, this girl, she's like a
Angel Reese.
No, it was different.
rival.
She got hurt, didn't she? Angel Reese. Is that
But
her name?
Angel Reese jumps up and is like clapping and like, yeah, like
Right.
celebrating her, just blindsiding this girl.
Take that, you white
And
bitch.
I don't, I'm not to say, but it's weird to me that they say this isn't about race, and I'm like, well, it kind of goes both ways because, like, if it wasn't about race, all the people attacking her wouldn't be named Dejanay's and Shaniqua, and
But to that, I mean, there's 86% of the WNBA is black.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it
shocking.
is. No, it is. So, I mean, the chances of someone that's fouled her hard, or Caitlin Clark, she's cocky, man. After she
she
hits a
talks
shot,
shit.
man.
She talks shit. Yeah,
and
she
like I
does.
said,
I like.
What, is it more of a media thing stirring this shit up, or is it really? Because I mean, I've seen a lot of the videos and the highlights.
she
stuff
gets
of
her flowers though too. Man.
I don't
She
know.
does. I mean, she's got.
Oh, she's got it made. I mean, yeah, she's got it made, but it's
But like she gets the respect from, especially like all the NBA legends, dude. They black and white. I mean, they're
Right.
talk about how good she's going to be. She's nowhere near where she's
no.
going.
That's why I was saying she'll eventually could be Bird's level, but she's not there.
Okay, so and I'll just throw this out here because we think, or at least we're being told that it's somewhat an issue of race. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time?
Jordan.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's,
he happens to be black. Mm-hmm. So it's like excellence now. It's weird that we're in a culture where you just can't be good, and it has to go down to skin tone.
Yep.
And that's where the judginess has to go be thrown. And then you look at like everything y'all have been saying. I keep thinking about the vice presidential debate and how the moderators were giving crap to only one side.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like it's just the whole thing's rigged, man. The whole system's rigged. The whole political spectrum's rigged. And
Yeah.
this woman who is extremely good can't just be good.
Yeah, there's got to be something. It's
Got to
gotta
be some drama tied to that.
And I hate to say it because it's going to stir the pot, but it's women too.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen any. I'm sure people have come into the NBA and been petty and been all this, but they didn't lay it out
seen some
like
King James babyisms before. Like it's not. I think that probably more often.
Yeah.
You're right.
they're more open with it. I'm not saying it's jealousy or anything like that, but I mean, if somebody comes in the league like that, Reese, her rival or whatever,
Angel.
she's a good ball player too. You know,
really good.
she's not bad. And she got in there and said something like, and she was partly right. She said, the people don't come just to watch Caitlin Clark. When she should have said, next thing should have been they come to see us too.
Right.
But she made it about herself and was like, they don't come to watch Caitlin Clark. They come to see me too.
But at the same time, too, I mean, you got to have an ego. If you're going to be,
Type A personality.
I mean, if you're going to be a professional basketball player, I mean, you got to have some swag about you. You got to have.
You got to be assertive.
There's a lot of attention around Caitlin Clark right now because of how good she is. Listen, I'm you guys watch. John apparently watches it. I don't watch.
You probably watch it more than I do.
I don't
too.
watch-
I've only watched a couple games.
I subscribe that league pass, so I mean, it's just they're always on. Plus, I mean,
I don't even watch the NBA, so I mean, I really don't know. I mean,
They were selling out when she would play.
Yeah.
Sold out games, and as soon as her team got beat out of the finals, not all of it, but a lot of it dropped off.
Yeah.
So to me, they were going to watch Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean?
a lot
They
of
were-
it. You talk about ego.
but too, as far as like the ticket sales and stuff like that goes, I mean, there's a lot of white America out there. So you're a young girl, you see someone that they can identify with. I mean,
Right.
same thing. I mean, I'm sure when the first black politician, that opened the doors and opened a lot.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Well, I mean, you just see a lot of you see
still
someone
over
that you can identify with, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just
No, it's
because you
what-
see yourself in that.
life
I mean,
goals and you're inspired, and so that kind of drives you
Yeah.
to want to do something better. And, the sex has a lot to do with that. Your race has a lot to do with that.
the votes for her to be Rookie of the Year, though she was going to be the fifth one in all-time women WNBA history to be fully. Everyone voted for her to be Rookie of the Year, and then it came down and there was one person that was like, "No, we think it should be Angel Reese." And like I said, Angel Reese is a good player, but if you base Player of the Year on the numbers or Rookie of the Year on the numbers, I mean, you can't. Numbers don't lie.
No, I mean she was up there in the MVP conversation. I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it
Well,
was
Asia ended up getting it, didn't he?
yeah. I mean,
Who got Rookie of the Year?
Caitlin
Asia
got-
Wilson.
Oh, she ended up getting
No,
it.
she got most valuable player. didn't
yeah.
she?
I'm sorry. Asia Wilson got the MVP of the league. I mean, she's averaging
Well,
28.
She's
13.
Yeah, she's 10 points ahead on that.
Love her, hate her, white or black, it don't matter. She brought a lot of attention to the
Yeah,
WNBA.
and that's always been my.
But this
thing,
is
I
the
don't
first year
care.
that they actually had chartered flights for players. I mean, they
Yeah.
had always
Yeah.
flew domestic. I mean,
That was the thing that got me though. Is I never cared. I never looked. I never cared. Obviously, I saw your color, what color, but it never mattered. I didn't care. Like growing up, I didn't care.
Plus, me growing up, like my favorite shows were in Living Color, Martin,
Yeah.
Dude,
obviously,
Jefferson's.
the Jeffersons, the Simpsons.
Well, you grow
and-
up not caring,
Married
and
with
then you
Children.
get
It was-
accused of being that. You know what you know yourself. That's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
you're being accused of it because you don't agree with what I say.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's race or not. You don't agree with me, so you're racist.
So it's
Or
not an issue of racism. It's an issue
sexist.
of just being bullies. I mean,
being assholes.
I've always said this.
I always count John as one of my black friends. I know.
Yeah,
I do too.
Look, every
I
time
had a
look in
quarter
the mirror-
black of a friend is what I think.
Yeah, that's the way I've always seen it.
I've always said it this way, and I do. I have a lot of racial humor, obviously just joking around, but we've got to be able to make fun of each other.
We have to.
That's the only way. If you're for true equality, you have to be able to walk down the street and not notice one another, and be able to make fun of each other.
Yep.
If I had to think of three comedians right now off the top of my head, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy.
That's my
that
dude.
use racial humor. You know what I'm
That's right
saying?
with my head.
And I could just keep on going.
Yeah.
Dude, I grew
David Duke,
up. Yeah.
hilarious.
Wah, wah, wah.
Growing up, Eddie Murphy was like, he was my hero. Like,
He done 2 specials, and that was it.
Yeah, but listen,
Quit, drop-
That was enough.
the
Drop the
greatest-
mic and left.
Yeah.
everybody mentions like in the greatest comedian category that people usually say Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and I like those guys. But to me, it's Delirious.
Delirious was it.
Dave
And
Chappelle.
Raw,
To
and
me,
even
Dave
Raw.
Chappelle's
Yeah.
the GOAT, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
for sure.
I love Chappelle, but
Chappelle's got what it like longevity, continuity, whatever.
More modern too.
Yeah,
I love
stand-up
Chappelle.
wise.
I love Chappelle, but he don't have a Delirious.
No. There was nothing that will top Delirious in my mind.
And it breaks my heart to see Eddie Murphy say, he's kind of ashamed of some of those jokes.
Man, come on.
Like, no.
I still quote Delirious to this day. Somebody falling down the steps or something. My shoe.
Your FBI agent chuckles when he hears that.
Dude, that's the best in my mind. That's the best comedy special of all time.
It is,
Delirious.
I remember I had the tape of Delirious.
I had it memorized, dude.
And I had it, I would listen to it in a little tape recorder. I ended up buying the movie too.
I loved it, man. My sister would get me to say it for I was like 8 years old or something. My sister would be like, tell him that one part of it.
To the Mr. Teapot. To the Mr. Teapot.
Tell him that Eddie Murphy. Roll around, Charlie.
Stop.
Now that's a fire. I love that, man.
It was great. With all the racial stuff, kind of leads me into like social media drama, which there's kind of a lot of it, with Facebook and Twitter. I don't know why.
Pretty much.
Not if you don't participate in it.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm up to my eyeballs in it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I use Facebook for,
Propaganda.
well,
I used to push my hate.
kind of.
The Klan used to send out flyers. They don't anymore.
This just in. No, I use it, which is, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I use Facebook to vent my political frustrations. And
I use Twitter to watch porn. That's about it.
yeah, is there porn on Twitter?
Dude, I can't even get on Pornhub no more. What the hell's up with that?
I don't know.
It's blocked in Kentucky.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
You can't get on. Oh, it is. Yeah, there's. Oh, we'll talk after the show.
Okay.
There's some
Put that one in my pocket.
Up, down, down, like you were saying earlier, Rose.
Oh,
There's a cheat code for it.
There's workarounds, Mr. John.
You're going to have to tell me. You're going to have to teach me the way.
Do you have a little brother?
Legit, the last 6 months, I don't know how to work a soundboard. Yes, if you need me to secure you a VPN tunnel for this network connection to get Pornhub.
Yes.
You got the URL. I don't know.
I'm going to have y'all teach me the ways.
If it's for degeneracy, John, come to Phil's.
Hell yeah.
The hypertext transport protocol is this.
The one the generic one I have to go to is awful.
Which one is it?
Because like you go in there
Can you
like,
say it?
yes.
Can you say it, or are you afraid you're going to
It's
get
like-
everybody at your honey hole?
It's like X videos or something like that. It's something random.
Like Equate brand porn.
Exactly. It's like dollar store porn.
X Videos does have a Twitter page. I can tell you.
Dude, somebody sent me something the other day on I can't remember where it was at, but they said, go on YouTube. No, I was watching a live stream and someone said, they were talking about how you can't say this or do this or that on YouTube, but you can find a video where a guy's waxing his asshole. And I went on and looked and I sent it to you all. Did you all open
Waxing
it?
his ass?
Yeah, dude's waxing his asshole on YouTube.
No, but I will be.
No,
And
because I smelled that
yeah.
Smelled it from the phone.
before
I smelled that warm wax. And I knew.
that's it.
Vic looked at the link. Vic looked at that link and said, no.
No.
Well, it's shit like that. It's like why you can't enjoy porn on the internet no more, because the first thing that pops up is a woman sitting on a 2-liter. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't. You're just done. You go leave the bathroom and everything. It makes it ridiculous.
You have forgotten the days of a 56K modem, young man.
That's what it's like.
When you were finished before the whole picture loaded. That was hair.
It's like
there was
you
just nothing but hair.
It's horrible.
Half a nip. Oh, I'm done.
Pictures halfway
I'm
done.
not even going to wait for this to finish now.
Did you ever try to erase the underwear on the JCPenney's catalog models? Now I did that. I remember sitting in the bathroom. This mother.
I'm going to draw me some beef curtains here.
I would draw little nipples on them, like trying to make them.
I know when I was young, like mom or my sister would like get these. You remember? I don't know if they were like Cosmopolitan books, magazines, or
There's just
something.
like dirty tampons.
No. Do you know what I'm talking about? These like magazines for women.
I'm sorry.
And they'll have like hot chicks on the covers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know my mom had to know what I was doing because she would I would have I'd steal this shit from her or my sister, whoever it was, and I'd have them up under my nightstand with some lotion. And one day they just happened to be gone.
Already had the jerk kit ready.
Mom knows what I'm doing.
He's moisturizing.
He loves that
He
moisture.
saw that article on Cosmo about moisturization.
My son loves moisture.
Yeah.
Cocoa butter bound, huh?
Have y'all seen the lotion? My penis is getting ashy.
I'll tell you what the worst thing is when you get, not when you're a little kid like that, because usually there's lotion around, normal, whatever, Vaseline lotion. But when you get married, your wife buys all that exotic shit. Some of it
you
has
smell like
granular sand grains in it.
Yeah.
It's a foot scrub, John.
You shred yourself with them. I'm telling you. It'd take at least a week to recuperate. Shit is ridiculous.
It's like a 120 grit, huh?
It smells good though. It smells like watermelon or like bubble gum or something.
Dick looks like a cactus with rhinestones on it.
Mozzarella cheese laying in the floor. What have I done? It's awful, dude. I read the ingredients now.
And what's bad is you smell like that stuff. I'm like, what? Have you been using my cream?
Why does your hand smell like
I
that?
read the ingredients.
You have to on today's shit.
Yeah, it's got that scented shit, so it gets down your pee hole and starts burning.
That shit's
This one's
bad.
banned from California. Has carcinogens.
Yeah. my piss is on fire.
But my skin feels silky smooth.
The parts that are unscarred, they're still smooth as butter.
Girls be like, my boyfriend has the smoothest penis.
It's
That's
mutilated.
why. That's why. He's got all that dead
It
skin
smells
off
like
of it.
desert plum.
But John's is like all carved up with like,
It looks like an elongated piece of
Looks
big
like
league
Freddy
chews.
Krueger's face.
Oh, shit. That's
people are like,
circumcise
I
myself.
can't believe they're talking about this. Oh, you people do this shit too.
No, come on.
We're just willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember when you was young, when we were young, today's kids don't give a shit. But when we were young, it was like something awful to say, like, they'd be like, oh, how they make jokes. You
Yeah,
jerk off.
yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, no, I don't. I ain't never done that. I ain't never even touched that. You know?
Turn into a Baptist preacher.
Yeah.
What? No.
Today's
In my house,
kids.
never.
My daughter said they was going down the hallway in school the other day talking about which hand they used to do it with.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And I was like, they've come a long way since we were there.
I remember kids.
But we didn't have books in school to teach us how to do it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, there
We just
wasn't,
had blue kill.
there wasn't a blue-haired lady from Vico offering educational courses.
Bluegill did not use a banana either.
I
He
remember
did not
years
use a
ago,
banana.
some
Do y'all remember the first time you ever
no.
cranked
Oh,
one?
is that this episode?
No.
Is this going to be the jack off episode?
Well, I was fascinated with it. This is
Oh.
amazing.
Yes.
I can do this anytime I want.
Scream all you want, little guy. No one's here to hear you.
To hell with my Nintendo.
I was doing it, I think, before I actually knew, like I wasn't the full act doing that, but I was doing that, the final outcome, before I even knew what it was. Because I was climbing a tree one day. And I was like climbing a tree.
My Peter
And I was like, ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I kept climbing the tree.
I'm going to do
It's my favorite tree.
Yeah.
It was a great tree. Missed it.
I think we got the art for this.
I was climbing it.
My favorite tree.
Big knot looks like a.
Dude, you should have
make
seen
a
it. It
note
was
of
like
that.
this on the way down. It was like worn in the middle. Mom, come home. He's climbing that damn tree again.
Same side.
What is wrong with him?
He's like a little spider monkey up there.
I didn't know oak trees had sap. Ooh.
No hands.
My dumb ass probably like, me neither. I didn't know they had sap either.
John
fucker.
jerking off in a tree.
Oh, man.
I don't.
John Jones tree hugger back in the day. Just
I can remember like the first time I smoked bud, or
I remember the
I
first
can't
time I-
remember the first time I did that.
I do remember because it was like, what's happening?
Earl was patting you on the back.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Phil was up here jerking off at Cosmopolitan. I had better home and garden fucking sitting at home.
Oh, shoot. Oh, snap. Poor Earl.
You can do it, big guy.
He was my hype man.
Yeah.
You got this, Holmes.
Yeah, go to the bathroom, spit one out, and another one.
Go, Phil Stood. Go, Phil Stood. Go.
Yeah.
Everybody cheering outside.
I didn't have a tree though.
That's
No, I used to use the vents just to drop loads in.
A vent.
Oh my god!
I remember you saying this once.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah. You should.
So
Like you would just walk by a vent like, bloop, and fucking just keep on walking.
I don't. I'm trying to remember how I actually physically done it, but
because this leads more questions than it does
Yes.
answers.
oh,
Yes.
oh, it gets but mom's like, there's something going on with her air conditioner.
Why does it smell like Clorox?
Yeah, I was a little degenerate, man, just dropping loads in vents. I love duck work. You don't.
God, could you imagine the guy that have to come up and fix her like
Oh
her?
Lord, that's why I was just thinking the filter.
It wasn't your filter, ma'am.
It was one of the Jewell fellers, I'm sure.
It was the vent itself. It looks like a glazed donut.
Yeah, it did.
Somebody's been spitting out gum in here.
Did someone say glaze?
Oh,
There were some weird little.
Everyone was someone's
people on
first, Phil.
There's some little weirdos.
Mrs. Rose, I think you need to have a talk with young Jonathan.
at school, I'd just be over punching on the air return. Oh, God.
Hoping the air
Oh,
conditioner.
God.
That's great. Went by the dropping loads in vents. That's I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
I don't know. My parents had to know when Philster's making a lot of trips to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was lazy. I was like,
John just like just right in the floor.
no, you couldn't step on it. I would remove the
Animals.
bench cover.
Most American families were suffering from a loss of Kleenex.
Yeah, not me.
Not yours, no. It was all HVAC. It's all HVAC.
Wipe the tip on the carpet and go on. I don't.
On the side of the couch. Keep on.
Okay, we've got Cosmopolitan magazines, jerk off trees, and jack off vents. Where do we go from here?
What was your thing when you were
Oh,
little?
God.
Come on, Thick.
You got to come with it now.
Where'd you drop in little swimmers at?
On this episode of Highly Trained Veterinarians.
On this episode of Highly Trained Veterinarians.
There had to be a special place, Thick.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. There were so many.
With everything.
Where do you go back to? Sock. Yeah. The old trusty sock.
I don't know, man. Like sock. I don't remember ever using a sock.
I didn't either.
I don't think I did.
I was just like a damn animal.
Here I was thinking I was normal.
Apparently, that
weirdo.
I guess that is normal.
I didn't know that
I've
vents
heard
were the-
other people talk about using socks.
Well, yeah.
before, yeah.
That was just like a wild ass.
like you go stay the night at somebody's friend's house and stuff, and if I saw a sock laying on the floor, I'm like, don't touch that.
I have a story. I have a good
Gonna
story
get
to
you
tell
later, Scott.
about a friend of mine.
Better hide him.
But
It's all crusty.
I think it was when I was like 22 years old. Me and a friend that you all know, he lived in Lexington, but he was moving home. He lived down there with another friend of ours. They shared an apartment.
Yeah.
And our other friend had he lived there with his girlfriend, and my friend, which I'm friends with all these people.
Quit saying the word friend.
I'm trying to figure.
I just want to establish that we were in fact friends.
Buddy, pal.
there were three
acquaintance, chum.
Thank you, John Rose. Anyway, he was moving out, but he was here in Hazard, so we went down there one night to. I can't even remember why we went down there, but we ended up down there at Lexington at his apartment. He had to pick some stuff up or whatever. I'd been drinking, so he drove down there. We get down there, and we were locked out because he was in the process of moving out, didn't have a key. So his roommate wasn't home. We sat in the parking lot and slept in my truck that night, and then his roommate come home the next morning. So we barely slept. We just kind of sat in the truck all night, and I drank and whatever. Anyway, when his roommate got home, we went in the house, and he had like a blow-up mattress in his room. He went and slept in the mattress. And I went and slept on this old couch in the living room. And it was kind of crusty, and old and shit, whatever. I was drunk. I lay down and went to sleep. Well, I found out, we left just later on down the road. His roommate said the neighbors come by and said, what happened to that one guy that used to stay there with you? And he's like, oh, he moved out and went back to Hazard. He's not living with me no more. And they said, well, we were going to church one morning or something, and the window was open there, and we saw him in there masturbating on the couch.
Your friend, not you.
No, not me. No. But apparently, my friend didn't know people could see through this window because it was kind of a position in a weird place or something. I don't know. But people, like the whole neighborhood saw him, masturbating on his couch. And there I was, drunk as hell, sleeping on this couch, not knowing what horrors had took place.
Your face.
You look at you don't know which one you drooled.
Yeah, it's untelling what I sat there and slept on.
Yeah.
So you talk about going over to a friend's house, and
He's the one with the salty couch.
and y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name, but he's listening and he knows.
You filthy boy.
Hello,
Dirty bastard.
hello, pal. But anyway, where do we go? Where do we go from jack off stories?
There's so many places.
Only up, I
To
guess.
sleep, usually.
Anyway, I mentioned earlier about Facebook drama. Your neighbor had posted something on one of your. I think the post was like this guy. He was at like a Kamala Harris rally or something, and he said like him and his wife and his African American, her African American boyfriend couldn't wait to vote for Kamala.
I've seen this.
And
Yeah.
and
Is that Ryan Long?
I don't remember. I don't.
Oh yeah, the guy that was. Somebody told me he was like trolling those people.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was.
well, there's a lot of those that are real though.
Well, he sounded real.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, this. I don't know if he's trolling.
He
or
could have
not.
been a troll, but there's a lot of those things.
It was
real.
funny.
Yeah.
It was definitely
Either
funny.
way, yeah. Either way, it was.
But there was somebody that had made a comment that you should see the other guy's crowd.
Yeah.
How crazy they are.
Yeah.
And I remember I got on there and I said, as one of the people from the other crowd, I can assure you there's nobody like this in our crowds.
Oh, that other crowd should have said a better representative.
Yes. But, it's like that whole argument of, there's crazies on both sides. It's
there
just like
is.
but of course there is. But it's like when that's your argument, you're really not bringing any kind of substance to an argument. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's people that take that stuff to heart, man. They get mad and they'll say whatever makes them feel better. That whether it's real or not.
The reason I brought this up to you though is because this person came to you either in was it direct message and started saying something about your friends,
Oh yeah. That was in
a comment on your post,
I
and
was
said
told
something
I
about
was
your
gonna be-
daughters.
I was going to be blocked.
You were going to be blocked.
I was going to be put on mute. That's what I was going to be put on mute or blocked, and all of my friends were going to be blocked. And at this point, I hadn't even read the comments, the post, nothing. I didn't know what she was talking about.
I think that's how I made it on my first list, by the way.
I'm on that list too.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're speaking of the list,
Friend of a friend.
we're all on that list. If that's the list you're talking about.
Hopefully double underlined by this point.
Yeah.
That's and it was like, well, you need to tell them that. And I'm like, first off, I don't need to tell them anything. They can say whatever they want to say, even if I don't like it.
America.
Exactly. They can say what they want to say. I'm not going to go to them and say, you can't say that. You can say whatever you want. You don't like what we say, and you make your opinion known.
Yeah.
We do the same
And this
thing.
person certainly does make her opinion.
Oh,
known.
yeah, definitely. She wasn't always like that either, though. I don't know what happened. I've noticed a lot though in certain
circles.
Yeah, it's
hive
almost
mind.
like a they got to fit in type thing to believe that, because I've known people that I know better.
Yeah.
Then I know better that they don't believe this, that they don't truly believe this, but they'll sit and swear them down by it. It's almost like a need to fit in.
And this is a little bit off topic from that, but I guess they kind of still, flow together. But the first, might have been the first time that they had a Black Lives Matters rally here locally, and I saw all these fake obese white women that I just knew right out the, and I'm not just saying it's just white. There was some white guys as well that were just as fake, and but it was just ridiculous because I know some of those people in particular they don't care about African Americans.
No.
They don't care about equality. They don't care about none of that stuff. And they're there for a photo op and to say, you know what, I've got a black friend.
Yeah.
And I truly feel like that most black people can tell when a white person is just mouth pleasing and basically using them for that, you know. But it's still sad to see a group like that form.
Yeah.
Of just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like what I always say about people that play golf. You know, there's some people that really enjoy golf, and there's some people who just like to be seen playing golf.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's a phoniness to a lot of that. You know,
Yeah.
I make a lot of jokes about, you know, racial humor and stuff, and I don't hate nobody. You know,
No.
I'm just goofy and shit. But you know, that pandering shit kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with that situation with
Well,
her.
I've had more white people tell me that I was racist than I have black people.
Oh, I have too.
tell me that I was racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
shows you the balance there.
There was a racial discussion I got caught up in on Facebook there a few years ago, and there was a black guy wrote something, and I disagreed with him, and I made my opinion vocal.
He's like, they don't matter.
George Floyd was a piece of shit. But
Allegedly.
allegedly, no, he was a saint. You hear that, YouTube?
Could have been.
You hear that, YouTube and Spotify? He's a saint. But I disagreed with the guy, and I thought what he was doing was wrong, accusing somebody else of something, you know. So I voiced my opinion on it. But the thing that killed me was in the comment section. All these people, when I stand with you, so and so, and I'm like, I know half of you people I've heard say the N-word.
Yeah.
Half of you I've heard say the N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But you're on here on Facebook saying, you know,
that's the
I
ones
stand
that
with
they're
you, so and so.
buddy with,
Yeah.
you know, then, and you're the, you know, the bad one, you know, because you didn't, you know, agree with whatever they agreed with.
People are always saying we need to have a conversation about race. But when you try to have a conversation about race, people get scared.
Yep.
Or people get angry.
Anytime there's 4 white guys in a basement talking about race,
Yeah.
I don't think we're going very far.
No, we're not. But
We're not breaking any ground. We're not.
We started this off with I have a dream.
Yep.
I had a dream. Wasn't about nothing like that. It was about cutting up cats.
well, I mean, we can have a black guest in here. I just don't have any black friends anymore.
Well, that's because you're racist. That's kind of your fault.
Yeah. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Hear that, YouTube? Jokes.
I missed out, man. There was somebody that I was wanting to
The black guy almost become your
interview.
friend, and
no. It's we usually become friends.
no, you was gonna actually you were going to interview a black friend of ours.
Yeah. A couple of them actually. I didn't see.
It didn't happen for some reason.
No, well, you all know him.
Yeah.
You know him.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Terrence.
love
Well,
Terrence. Yeah, dude.
yeah, you might have to watch that. So I might have to take that out there. But
I
yeah,
think there's a few black guys named Terrence. I think it's
but I was looking forward to interviewing because I hadn't talked to him. It'd been probably 15 years since I'd seen him. You know, before I saw him the night before, and was talking to him about interviewing him, and I think he would have done good. I think we were talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. He remembered a lot of the stories that we talk about and stuff.
Yo, John went to our local festival and got some audio. I don't know. We may play some of it.
Yeah,
I don't know what
some
you
of
got.
it's playable. Some of it is. Definitely not all of it though.
Yeah.
Definitely
not all of it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be P Diddy's roommate anytime soon.
I don't want to hear any like
But get him back.
gargling of funnel cake in the back.
Yeah, that's what it was. Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
But getting back to the Facebook drama with this particular person we were talking about, she said she brought up something to you after she said she was going to have to silence you and block you. She brought up something about your daughters.
Oh, it was.
That's the part that pissed me off.
That was the part that got my attention. And I mean, I don't even know if she listens to this or not, but she might, and whatever.
If she does.
She got mad because a mutual friend of ours got on there and commented something about how Kamala Harris got to where she is.
Right.
And you know what that is. You know everybody.
Oh, yeah,
says,
we all know what that is.
She sucked her way to the
I was
top
going
or
to say
whatever.
hard work and dedication.
Working 9 to 5.
That's not what he was portraying it as, but he said that, and I did see his comment. And that was kind of the last thing I saw, and I didn't really think anything of it at the time, and I didn't see the argument that went on after it. I can't remember the exact words, but in the message it said something like, I hope your daughters handle it better if they ever have to get a job doing that. It was something about my daughters, though, and that's what caught my attention. Well, and I was like, well, what is... I said, first off, what the... You know,
it's the other side is looking at, well, how can I make this personal?
Yeah. It's like it made me so mad that she tried to say anything she could.
Gotta find a button.
That burnt me up.
Oh man, when I first read it, I was like, hold up now. And then the more, still don't think that should even been a thing. That should have never even been put out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw where it went from a conversation to where she got mad and kind of just went off the edge.
Yeah.
The other dude knew he did it because he messaged me too and was like, dude, I might have caused some trouble for you. And I don't know if she said something to him or what, but he was like, I might have caused some trouble for you and I'm sorry. And I was like, dude, it's Facebook. I mean, say what you want to say. Don't hold back. I said, just say what you want to say.
Well, and it's not like anyone was insulting her personally. Like with what I said to her was not personal. It was just...
That's kind of what I felt like. Like I said something about somebody that we don't even know. None of us know this person at all. But you made it like I said it's something about you, and I didn't even say something. It was somebody on my page that said it.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. Though. That's just the way people are now, though, man.
Yeah, they get very sensitive, very sensy. You know,
I'm on my second or third account. I had to remove a lot of people because like I said, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I use my page a lot of times to vent political frustrations, and some people don't like that. Some people,
it's like every day is Thanksgiving with you.
Yes,
gather around. I'm that uncle of yours that's racist, and
let me spin you a yarn about that. But for better or worse, that's what I do with it. And I've told people before, if you don't like my page, baby pictures, political stuff, and dick jokes, you're going to get one of the three. If you don't like any of those three, you can unfriend me. Go on, it's fine. I don't. And a lot of people have
unsubscribed.
A lot of people. There are several people.
Yes.
There are several people I've had to remove because I think they were ratting me out to the censors.
To the fuzz.
Yeah, but what's there to rat out, though? I mean, that's really the question. What's there to rat out? What is it that you're doing that is that bad?
It's, my page is constantly fact checked, or I have posts that disappear.
I did that for a little while, about a year. Yeah. Well, actually,
it's happening again on my thing.
I've seen some of your stuff, and it's no secret between you and I that I don't 100% agree with everything that you see on, and you don't with what I. I mean, it's
what
I know. This is shocking.
Come back, Johnny.
Vic loves Jews.
Yeah. I don't think that they should be going to camps. What's wrong with you?
No, we're down with the yarmulke.
Yeah. But I mean, it's people can get along if they want to. But there's no fun in that.
But they have to be conservative.
There's no drama in that.
They have to be Trump supporters.
Yeah. Well, you have to be far left or far right. If you're stuck in the middle,
well, here's the thing.
You're going to be miserable.
Most of the time when I'm talking...
the ones that usually get it's the ones that's just kind of like, I'm just here.
I'm just here.
Most of the time when I'm talking politics, it's not very pleasant. That's why I've typically kind of wanted to keep it off the show. They keep this more funny focused.
Mm-hmm. It's like religion. It makes literal enemies now.
Oh yeah,
it does. Yeah.
And it forces you into a position. Like you can. Newsflash: I'm not a saint. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I know this is. I know, guys. Sit down, please, John. Sit down.
Go ahead and take a nap.
This is going to blow your mind. I kicked a dildo. That happened.
Dildo kicker?
Into a man.
Yeah. Oh, my. Yeah, it's funny.
Kicks dildos and masturbates in his socks.
And he's that same person that got hit with a dildo has a hilarious, and this is not often, but a hilarious abortion story that I'm going to tell at some point.
Based off your impression, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Exactly who I'm talking about. So we'll get to that one day. But I can't remember what I was talking about.
You're not a saint.
You're not a saint. You kick dildos.
So
drowning puppies.
Religion for me, I don't want to. I'd love to please everybody. I'd love to make everybody happy.
You can't.
Quit eyeing me that
With
way.
those lips, you can
Yeah, quit eyeing me that way, Rose.
start right now, Jack.
I felt the wink come off a Rose.
I knew when
You remind me of my mommy.
when the word left my mouth, I knew right then I'd messed up.
Just want to see everybody smile.
There's a vent nearby.
Yeah.
Hey, Thick, let's take a walk.
On this episode of Highly Trained Homosexuals.
But religion helps. It's a therapy for me. It keeps me grounded and gives me discernment. All right. And so I guess like discernment out of all that is probably the word. When I see something on Facebook and I get the title's flashy, it's pushy, it's trying to, it's shock type content to just get you going, the government would do this or that group is doing that, and it's like, come on. And it's even, if I could go back to the whole Am I a Racist movie that we were talking about, that's why I want to watch it, because I want to, I've got,
You know, sniff the bullshit.
yeah, I got to see it. And then at least I can say after that, oh, yeah, that is total garbage. Or, the dude's got a point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to watch it definitely.
But it takes an experience of that to get there. People aren't willing to do that in conversations, especially on social media, when you can hide behind your cell phone.
Yep.
You can run that mouth and launch those missiles. Doesn't matter where they land. Doesn't matter who they destroy. You wouldn't do that in person, though.
No.
You would not do that in person.
No.
You would not have the testicular fortitude to talk like that to somebody face to face.
No.
I meet those people on almost a daily basis, and I enjoy that. That's one of the best parts of my day job, is getting to call people out,
Yeah.
And I get called out, and it's healthy because then I get put back in check and reminded of, discernment. And if you want to know, you got to discuss it in some form or fashion. If you're only getting it from one group, then you're only getting one perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Two sides to every story, they say.
There you go.
Yep. You got to be honest and not pander to people. And
Yeah, dude. None of the people
Not
that
cater.
I've ever
Yeah.
argued with, maybe one person, or not even argue. I don't go on there to argue.
Yeah.
I go on there and I make silly posts about stuff, and people
should.
take
It's
it serious.
I've never been in a Facebook argument.
That's impressive.
Well, they'll come at you, man. Like he said, they'll come at you
Yeah.
like
I don't
with
think I've
daggers.
ever made a Facebook post.
Yeah.
And
come with me, Mr. John Rose.
but then you run into them at Shellmart. You run into them at Shellmart.
Oh, totally
How you
different
doing,
people.
brother?
Hey,
You know
man,
how
it's
you
been
been?
a while,
Best buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, they want to kill you.
Anytime I called you a white supremacist, I was just joking. We're good friends.
I had never had that conversation ever.
Yeah. Oh, they happen.
They're out there, I'm sure.
Well, they had that right with you.
Well,
No. And I give you a hard time over that just because.
but I lean into it too.
Yeah, you ask for it. You literally ask for it, and I hate that nobody's willing to have that conversation and sit down, because I know that you do want to.
all the racial stuff with me started happening when in 2016.
Yeah.
When I started saying, you know what, I like Donald Trump. That's when it started.
That's a big one.
Dangerous
That's
game.
A big one.
And I started getting like a lot of shit like that, you're racist stuff. And honestly, do you remember ever really making a lot of racial jokes and shit before that?
I mean, every now and then.
I mean, every now and then, but we all have.
Yeah, like
Don't
nothing.
say that. Now, we all have
I
none.
mean, John Rose used to say the N-word like,
Let's not put everyone on the Titanic.
Everyone's not a bigot.
come aboard. Let me show you boys an iceberg.
And it wasn't like you say that today. You say like making a racist joke, and you think it's either got to be white on black or black on white. I used to make the best Chinese racist jokes ever.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's hear one.
Like
No, it's not.
when that dude came out,
two
what's his
Chinamen
name?
walk into a bar.
Andrew and Bobby show when he goes, Bobby Mom. Dude, I lose
Bad
my
Friends.
shit every time I see that.
Yeah.
man.
I just call.
I love Bobby
Peking. Hello, Peking.
Yeah. Oh, we need to do that sometime. We need to get
Call
like
Peking?
two phones.
Eat some Chinese. We're
Call
supposed to be
Peking
fasting, man.
And call Panda in.
and call Panda in and have
just
them
let
talk
them-
to each other.
Yeah.
I take your order.
I don't know. I'll get hungry. I want to
No,
order.
You're going to upset a lot of Mongolians if you do that.
I think it would be awesome.
You shitty Mongolian.
Listen, I don't want to piss off either one of those establishments because I eat at both of them.
Oh,
quite a bit.
both of them's great food.
I love
It's Panda
Peking.
Phil.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, why so blue, Panda Bear? Oh, yeah, he'll be. He come back for a buffet. You missed a two-plate,
they
huh?
lock the doors and they see me coming.
He buy 2 egg rolls.
Here comes
Oh,
full
you
plate
eat-
Phil.
I'll take 2 plates. No, you know what? Keep the plates. I'll take the steam tray.
I was humiliated one time at a Chinese restaurant. I was told, quote unquote, no wasty wasty, which meant I guess that I had too much food and I'd better eat it all. Otherwise, they were going to take a loss.
That's the way they said. That's racist, them saying that to you.
I don't know. To me, I thought it was pretty accurate.
No wasty, wasty.
That's a good call. That
I'd
was
be
a
like,
good-
oh, this bitch thinks I'm not going to clean this plate.
She saw my size and said, "I'm gonna make a financial."
My little
decision
brother is
here."
no longer allowed in King Buffet.
That's because he's shit in the floor.
What?
They asked him not to come back.
Because he shit in the floor?
No, because he ate so much. It was
Did this really happen?
yeah, no joke. They asked him to not to come back in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Where was this at?
King Buffet in Corbin.
Wow,
I've got a date with the King Buffet.
wow, that is impressive.
It's delicious. I mean, yeah.
Do we have a buffet, like a Chinese buffet?
Yeah,
We
China-
had
China buffet?
We had China
Is
buffet.
it
China
still
King?
over there?
Yeah, it's
I thought
awesome.
it left. I thought
I'd
that
like to
was
give a
another-
shout out to Peking in Prestonsburg. That is the
Dude, Peking and Prestonburg's good. Yeah. And then there's one in Pikeville, and then there's what's the Asian buffet?
Asia buffet, yeah.
Asia buffet. It's good.
I
was
love
just
Chinese food.
Panda
Y'all making me
King
hungry
or
talking this shit, and I'm on a diet.
Panda Inn, that's what it is.
Yeah, Panda. Are you talking about here in Hazard?
Hazard.
Yeah,
Is it
Panda-
King or Inn?
Panda Inn.
Inn.
They've changed names several times.
They're good. Peking's always the go-to.
due to
though.
health code violations. John's was like, I like killing cats. Too.
They're eating the cats.
John goes in
Eating the
there.
cats.
John goes in there
Fresh meat, boys.
covered in blood, carrying a garbage bag.
Meow.
Full.
Hey,
Is
it would
this,
be like
is this going to get us in some shit on YouTube? This,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
it would be like back in the day. You would be like going down the road or something. You see one of your buddy's trucks on the side of the road.
throwing some
I did this
roadkill.
one time, and you can leave it in. You can take it out. Charles, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Charles. 2 or 3 times, especially over like Four Seam Mountain. We'd be coming over, and his truck would always be on the side of the road. And if he wasn't there, we knew what it was after the first time. But the first time we went over there, and he come walking out of the hills. He had these 2 buckets. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, nothing, just making some money. And I was like, making some money? He said, go look in the back of the truck, another bucket. I picked the top up, man. He had about 5 copperheads in this bucket. And he was selling them to churches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like
that's
somewhere. I
no,
don't
dude.
know.
That's real.
Where the hell do we have a snake handling church at around here?
Probably the closest one's probably gonna be West Virginia. I'd say.
He didn't tell me. He just said he was
And
selling
then
them to a church.
Middlesboro, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Middlesboro.
That was back in the 90s.
My neighbors
That
are.
was
Really?
late 90s, early 2000s.
That's still kind of a big thing. Did you guys watch the documentary on Discovery Channel? Back
The one with his
years ago.
son, and it was a father and a son.
Dude got bit, and I think maybe one of them died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they ended up stopping the
You
series.
must not have believed.
Well, in the documentary on Discovery Channel before the TV series, my wife's my wife's grandmother was in it.
Really?
She's on it for like 10 seconds, dancing.
Like as
with a
in the
snake.
congregation.
Yeah,
at
in the congregation. Her family, one side of her family, that's I forget what
What's it
sect
called?
of
That's what I was going to say.
yeah, is it holiness? I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Craziness.
Well, it's all about a couple of scriptures in particular in the Bible where you shall be able to hold the serpent, and basically this is a test of your faith. If you are faithful to God, if you get bit, you won't die, or you won't get bit at all. You can drink the poison and not die, or you can hold the flame and not get burnt. And that's why those 3 things are done in those churches. Some of that's outlawed, I think. Maybe Tennessee, I think is outlawed some of
I'd
that.
be done for. 'Cause I know I'm gonna get burnt. I know that snake bite's gonna hurt like a bitch.
It's like Fish and Wildlife Works investigations on people moving poisonous snakes just because of that.
So obviously, I mean, it's illegal to sell them snakes.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So they want copperheads, they want rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
No trainer snakes. You know?
Yeah. No,
So,
black
non-poisonous.
snakes or ringneck snake.
Yeah.
No garters.
Call it racist, but they don't want any black snakes.
So it's illegal to literally go out and catch a snake and then sell it to somebody.
Yes, you have to
Really?
be licensed.
You have to be licensed. What do they call that? You
Why
got the
can't
big
you just-
brain over there.
I mean,
Rose.
really-
Mr. Social Studies knows this.
Dumbasses. Licensed dumbasses.
Herpetologist.
Yeah.
Herpetologist.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just dance around with a garter
herpes.
snake?
Got it dribbling off of me.
Pat and HVAC. I'm multifaceted.
Hurry, get the Valtrex. We need
Prep.
Did he had 1,000 gallons of lube?
118.
You got Valtrex. You got 1,000 gallons of Valtrex.
Have you seen those commercials for that shit called Prep? It's for like gay people who have a lot of
Yeah, to keep them
That's for
from
people with
catching.
AIDS. You can't
catching
just
AIDS and stuff.
generalize it. It's for gay people.
What is it?
It's like medicine to prevent like AIDS, I guess, for people who have acid sex.
Filsters. It's homosexual specific. It says it right on the bottle.
It's butt sex medicine.
You've not seen those commercials where like there's a
Yes.
gay guys dancing around. I always take my Prep before I leave the house. They're like at dance class, and like out having like cocktails and shit.
I think cocktails was the key word there.
Listen,
It's like a pill.
it's a pill. It's called Prep. I guess it preps your.
It saves you from God's wrath.
Line of the day.
Avoid the burn just like the depths of hell with prep.
There will be some sinning tonight. He took his prep.
Don't worry, John. I took my Prep.
Wrap this train wreck up.
Yeah, it's good.
My prep for that is totally different.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
I think we've done all we can do today. This is a mess.
Yeah, big pharma.
I mean, what did we even talk? Only thing I can remember was like we've talked about masturbation for like an hour,
Yeah.
and then whatever.
I've gotten
But
2 or 3 off of you. I'm gonna buy you some.
Oh, you're good,
I,
man.
I like these things, man.
John over here getting Tic Tac. What is that? Tic Tacs?
Yeah,
That is-
Anyway,
it's my Valtrex.
I wanted to get into those questions, but we'll save that for another day.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had some questions about on our last post we put up
Somebody asked something about a Segway, and then what was the other one?
about the beautiful city of Hazard, Giggles and Wiggles,
Yeah.
the strip club.
Where's yours at?
We'll get into that another day.
We will address-
Let's go 130. Let's wait.
Hey, John Rose drove all the way from Corbin.
I know, but here's
you
the
want
thing. Last week, John Rose bailed on my ass.
At 11 o'clock, I had to work the next morning.
Yeah, I know. And I stood here all night
I
like
got home at
editing
1.
it.
I got home at 1.
If you're wondering why the show was late last week, I completely screwed everything up after we sat here all night editing that. And had to edit like for 4.5 hours Monday night.
It was hilarious.
Trying to get that show done. But we still got it out on Monday, but it was late. It come out like that afternoon. But we'll get into those questions another day. It's Wiggles and Giggles. I just want to let the people know that gave us those questions
You don't love
that
us.
we will hit those in a future episode. But
Phil don't care about you all.
I really don't.
He hates you.
I hate everybody.
I mean, I could probably knock one out in 10 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Which one you want, Rose?
Let's do it. Let's
Out
do
of
it.
those two.
Well,
What
there
the
was-
Wiggles? Well,
There was one that we could knock out real quick. It was about let me see here.
let me guess.
Since John Rose
Race rights or something.
no. On our page, Bill Smith asks, when will Dewey come out?
Oh, wow.
Come out of what?
I don't know.
Our pal Dewey.
Somebody got him trapped.
Our pal Dewster.
I don't think Dew is.
I don't want to outdo.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think Dew's in a
I
closet.
mean, I don't think he is either.
I bet it's a nice closet if he's in there.
No,
It's
it's
a
a
very
nice
nice
closet.
closet.
It's a plush closet. If he's in it.
I mean,
Well, I'll be, growing up, there was a kind of a common denominator, at least across a couple of people that would later come out as being gay. And when we were kids, there were 2 people that I could think of off the top of my head were racist and homophobic while we were growing up.
Now they love black.
Sound familiar, Phil? Is it ringing any bells there, Philster?
No bells ringing here.
But no, the Dooster did not fit any of those bills. Dewey's a good dude.
Yeah, I like dude.
I never thought. Yeah, I never even
Yeah, I've kind of thought of
went there with it. Like,
Yeah. We can. I mean, we can make all kinds of jokes about him. Would you like to?
I'm good. Hey, something comes to mind.
He does have curly hair.
He does have, and it's frosted. It's frosted.
Does he tip? Does he frost his tip?
I think he frosts them. I don't know. If he don't, we'll say he does.
Frost gay.
That's coming from a guy with a man bun. Though.
I remember that,
dude?
Rose.
You hear that dude, the guy with the man bun shitting on you?
When I'm busting a nut in a vent later, John.
All right.
Look, I'll come up to your house and we'll talk about it. Don't listen to these boys.
Moving on to the other topic. Dewey's gay. We love him anyway. We accept you, Dewey. From Christian Stidham, Thick, this one's going to be for you.
Oh.
The public wants to know what happened to the grand reopening of Wiggles and Giggles. We assume the powers that be tried to quietly shut it down, but we want answers and hope you will give us all some such needed insight. You want to explain what Wiggles and Giggles is first?
Yes, because I have no idea.
What is Wiggles and Giggles?
So Wiggles and Giggles was a daycare located on North Main Street. That was the name of it, Wiggles and Giggles.
Wait, in the old gas station.
Yeah, the old
building.
gas station.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like that building's probably was built in it's like a 50s or 40s, 50s style building.
You remember what Super America?
I do.
I do, yes.
That's a long time ago.
I think you're all thinking of the wrong gas station. No, this was like a marathon across.
Well, but the styling was kind of similar.
Very similar.
There was a.
It's like a quilt store now or something.
No. Yeah, you're right. That's right. I'm sorry. You're right.
The one I'm thinking of is still a daycare, I think.
That's a
it
different
is.
one.
That's the new one. So back when it was on North Main, it was a daycare, and one of the founding fathers of beautiful city of Hazard thought, you know what, it would be funny if there was going to be this opening of a larger lady burlesque strip club in the old Cat's Timeout building, the old Jerry's building, called Wiggles and Giggles.
That is genius.
Right? I mean, would that not be hilarious?
Let's do it.
Well, the person that owns that building is Cat. Do you guys know Cat?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, yeah.
John got a bloodlust.
I'm gonna kill him.
Me, you.
Where his face?
He also at the time had owned the Lee's famous recipe franchise on East Main Street.
Shout out Happy.
Yeah.
I ate there to the day they locked the doors.
It's so good. It's the best tasting hepatitis.
Listen, I knew they had hepatitis in there. I was still eating that shit.
It's so good.
Did you take your prep?
Always. I'll take 3 biscuits.
So the story
Extra gravy.
the story behind this whole thing was, that this was going to open up and there was a drawing of a very large lady on a stripper pole, and on the sign it had featuring no peen since 2019 because it was just going to be all women. So it was, yeah. I mean, it was
This is genius.
Dude, it was hilarious. It was a really funny story, and it was obviously none of it was real. All right, so 2 things happened. First, people started submitting applications to the page to audition
Shit went viral.
for this.
I bet we knew some of these bitches.
Now, it was funny at first. Okay, this was like hour 4 into this post. It was funny at first, and then the hate comments started coming from the people at Lee's, because there were several people that worked at Lee's. One of which in particular that I know of that was also slinging dope on the side, that was, saying you guys are bad-mouthing Cat. You're making him look horrible, and he would never do anything like this and all that. And I'm sitting there thinking, Cat's probably going, man, I missed an opportunity. This would have made
good idea.
Would have made millions of dollars.
Yeah. Cat's a smart dude.
Dude, for real.
Yeah.
Really good guy.
Yeah.
Like, I've always looked up to Cat.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
And I've got nothing bad to say about him. But, people will take things and misconstrue it and have their way with it, such as the world. So all this hate started coming out, in DMs and comments and stuff. And it was getting shared across the world. It was unbelievable. there were like 4,000, I think on this to date, on that page, there's like 4,000 followers. There's only 3,000 likes. There's like 1,000 people that won't like the page. And I'd say a good chunk of those is because they either work for the city or they're tied in some form or fashion to a power that is, and they don't want to be associated with that because they'll get fired or retaliated against or whatever. So, but this post was massive, and it really gathered a lot of those people when that thing came out. It got so big so fast, it had to be stopped. It had to be stopped.
It was like the Hulk.
And so the best we could do was just take the art for that post and put it on that the cover photo that's on there on that page now. Look at this photograph, you know. Like every time it makes me laugh. It also makes me remember that time that, dude, people can't take a joke. Yeah. I mean, it was bad.
People were running wild with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people from France are commenting on some shit from this town,
yeah, you got some problems.
you might want to cut it off.
What's it called?
Wiggles and Giggles was the post. Oh, beautiful city! The beautiful city.
Oh, it's on the beautiful city.
It's the page.
Okay.
It was on that side.
It was.
It was. It did not last long.
Yeah,
because it got out of hand quick. It was.
Is there any evidence of this anywhere? I want to know as much as possible.
I would love to see the comments because they were like
Lord,
set chicks. They were like overweight chicks, like wanting to apply to work there.
I'm sure someone we might know that might have a hard drive with us.
There might be pictures and videos and screenshots.
I want to know about this.
Oh, I might know a guy.
Yeah, I don't want to know about it. It got out of hand quick and in a hurry.
Might need to take this off.
Yeah. God, I thought it was a brilliant story, though. It was hilarious.
It's funny.
So funny.
As are most of the posts on Beautiful City of Hazard.
That was that one you came to my house and told me about.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? You came.
Wake up, Johnny! Wake up!
We talked on the phone earlier.
Wiggles, I'm going to get a job.
That's a story on the internet.
No, and you were like, you said something. You was like, man, I'm about to come by your house. You was like, are you there? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, come outside. I got to tell you something, man. It's hilarious. And I came outside and we stood in my yard and you told me about that.
Probably was. I don't know. We've talked about it.
This girl named Beatrice supposed to take stage 2. It's going to be good.
Dude, we need something like that, man.
No, we
People
don't.
would come
No,
here.
we don't.
People
overweight
would come
women's
from miles.
strip club.
Oh, I'd love it. I would love it. We'd have little special vents all through the lining the wall.
See me laying in Florida.
Fucking smiling.
What would you be doing in the floor, John?
Masturbating.
Oh, gosh.
You could make snow angels in it. It'd be everywhere.
In John John's case, a snow bastard.
It would be a good time, man. I would go.
I guess it's just where the air is kind of blowing up at you, cool air.
Got a cool breeze going up my leg.
I'm gonna go.
That could be that's the slogan on the business cards. I'm gonna go.
Oh, you've seen that Donald Trump soundbite where he goes, "I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to come. Oh, I'm going to come.
I love that. Please don't come. Please.
Oh, I'm going to come.
Let's shut this down.
That's awesome.
I think this might be the record for filthiest episode, maybe.
This is bad.
This one
I
was
love
bad.
it. I love it. I'm gonna take a bath in it.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. All right, let's shut her down. I'm the Filster.
Big John reminding you love conquers all.
John, save the trees.
Tree hugger Johnny.
And the thickest of Mick runs slowest.
We'll see you next time.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.